Welcome to Traveling with Diamonds. I'm Barry. Today we're going to do a WIP Chat. WIP stands for Work in Progress. Welcome my 112 subscribers, and if you're new, I hope you like this. Welcome. Welcome to everybody. I am excited to diamond paint. I haven't been diamond painting much this week, so I'm excited to diamond paint a little bit with you. And I've got to find all my tools here and get my drink and get my watch set up. I should always set my watch up before, but I never think of doing that. So okay, we got the watch set up. We got a drink we gotta open. In case you're wondering what it is a polar seltzer water. It is black cherry. Today I am working on, let's see, I might do that. Today I am working on, and hopefully you can see, I have it on trying to decide, let's see. I think the setting's okay. I think it's okay. Oh, you'll have to let me know. I'm using a slightly different setting on my phone. You'll have to let me know how it looks. Working on Glorious Purpose today. You can see it there. By Marvel and Disney. And this is Loki. And we're going to do part of its face. And part of the top of his like chest and stuff, his neck and his chest and stuff. So thought that was a good section to work on today. I will also be working with a green Muni Made tray, because I just about always use a Muni Made tray. They're just good, and they're my favorite. And I like to use the things I like to use. So here's my Muni Made tray. And then we have a pen from an unknown source. I acquired it somehow. It's comfortable. It's got a 12 placer from Diamond Art Club, then multi-placer on the tip. And I use pink wax. And my cute little, can you see him? Oh gosh, he's off screen. I'll bring him on screen here. This is my cute little cover minder. It's from Galloways Gallery, and it's the same image that we're doing. And I have this image, this same image as a, like Little Diamonds Loki kit. That's only like 9 by 9 or something like that. So cute. Oh, nope. Cute, cute, cute. Oh, so Glorious Purpose has about 26 sections left. I have no idea what I'm going to be able to finish in March. We're halfway through it. We're halfway through March. March has gone by very fast. The first 3 months of the year have gone by very fast. Oh, it tore. Don't tear, please. Don't tear. Makes things hard. Okay, we'll talk. So this is, I don't know. Sorry, I got distracted peeling up that plastic. Oh, I have 2 of these. I don't need to. So there's 26 sections left on this one. We have my other WIPs is Mulan Tiny Warrior, which I kitted up and never started. And I'm going to work on her this weekend because there's a craft along with the Discord. The Crafters Den Discord, there's kind of a small project craft along. And I want to work on Mulan Tiny Warrior. And she has 14 sections total. So we'll see how many I can get finished this weekend. And then I have Home is Where the Heart Is, which is my big winter Spangler kit. And it has 26 sections left as well. And I really want to get it done in March. So that's going to be a challenge. And then we have the temperature project, which I update on Sundays. And so we're already halfway through March. It's mostly been mild. The color's been yellow for the temperatures. But we've had a few greens. And we might need some putty. Or some wax. I say putty, I mean wax. The temperature project I updated, we've been mostly yellows so far this month, but a few greens, a few colder temps. So weather's been kind of weird actually. Then I have the Orloa Animals set, and I only have 2 left, and I'm doing that for the Mini DP Madness for March event. So I only have two animals left. I have the frog and the gorilla. So I've done all the other 8. I did 4 of them prior to this month, and I've done 4 of them this month for the challenge. And so yeah, so we'll finish our 6 for the challenge. And then that brings me to something that was exciting, is I won the grand prize at the Lunar New Year event that Alyssa from Makes Art and Crafts did last month. And I got a DAC gift card. And of course I used it. So what I purchased this week was On Santorini, which is one of those really, like, it's the image you see all the time of one of the Greek Isles. And when I was 14, I went to Greece on a school trip. And I've been there. And I'd like to go back as an adult. But it reminds me of that trip a little bit, you know, trying to remember back 30 years is a little hard, but I have been to Greece, and interesting story, when I was in Greece when I was 14, I was there on my birthday, my 14th birthday, and there was an earthquake. And my parents sent me a telegram. This was 30 years ago, so I definitely didn't have a cell phone with me. We used payphones and calling cards, and but my parents had sent me a telegram, and that's the only time in my life I've received a telegram, is when I was in Greece. And it said, "Happy birthday." Stop. So that was kind of cool. So I got that kit, and then I also got the Star Wars Mini Dazzles. Been looking at those for a while and was excited to get those. Something I did this week is I set up some metal storage shelves in my detached garage, and it is now my overflow storage of diamond kits, diamond painting kits. I have about 30 kits out there, and those kits were basically like, I have the majority of my stash is under the 2 beds in my apartment, but these kits were stashed in kind of like corners and just wherever I could find space, but I'm running out of space in the apartment, basically. And so I built a storage shelf in my garage and took 30 kits out there. So that feels good to get those organized and stored a little bit better. They should be okay in my garage. Like, my garage stays dry. Obviously it's not climate controlled, but they're protected in boxes and sleeves and stuff, so they should be okay. I made a point to not put any of my Muni Maids out there. Even though they have plastic bags over the kits, I keep those in the dust covers that you can get from them, like fabric dust covers you can get, but they don't have boxes. Like, I don't keep the shipping boxes because they're just literally cardboard shipping boxes. I take the kit out and get one of the dust cover sleeves. So my Muni Maid kits stay under the bed. And then I did put some Jaded Gem Shop kits out there, and we'll have to see how they do, because Jaded Gem Shop doesn't put the kits in a plastic bag. So the kits are just in the box. And they should be okay. They should be okay. So, you know, I do live in Alabama, so it is humid. So while it stays dry in my garage, I'm sure it stays humid too. So, then, oh, you guys, I put up this week 100 subscriber question and answer video, and I just wanted to make sure you know about it. There's a giveaway as part of that video, so make sure you watch it and follow the directions. Nobody's entered. And I know I don't have that big a following, and maybe it was kind of a little overzealous to try to do a giveaway, but I know there are some of you who watch my videos because I get views. So the giveaway is closed next Friday. So be sure and go back and watch the 100 subscriber question and answer and enter the giveaway. The giveaway is a goodie bag of diamond painting accessories. So looking for a color. There we go. So last Saturday, I went to Florence to get a pedicure, and this is the woman who just, my big toenails are very damaged from tennis and hiking and things like that, so they like to grow thick. They're not fungus-y. They just like to grow thick, and they, you know, kind of grew misshapen just from the damage to the nail bed and stuff like that from pounding in shoes. And it's been about a year since I've been going to her, and you know, like, in one case I haven't seen much progress because the toenails don't grow, but they have reshapened, and they are a lot thinner, and they look like normal toenails for the most part now. And so I give all the credit to this woman in Florence, Alabama, who's not afraid of thinning out toenails and knows a little bit about that process to make toenails look better. So grateful for her. And then this week at work, we had my Lexington co-workers were in town, so we went to dinner, and it was good to see them. Always makes it interesting when there's new people in the office, because our office can be pretty quiet. And then my anxiety's been really, really high this week. I think daylight savings doesn't help, but because daylight savings makes things feel weird. The switching, you know, like, I'm excited there's light after work. I'm excited there's light right now. It's 5 p.m. On a Friday afternoon. Like, I'm excited that there's still light, but it feels weird, like it shouldn't be 5 p.m. And I don't know if that's driving my anxiety. I don't know if it's hormones driving my anxiety. I don't know. My psychiatrist says we're going to try some different things with my medicine, because it's just, when you have this level of baseline anxiety that I've had for a week or two that's elevated, like, every little thing that happens, you ruminate and dwell on. Like, when you're me, you know, if something goes just a little bit wrong, or something goes just a little bit different than how you wanted it to go, you kind of overthink that, and it makes every little thing worse. So when I don't have this baseline anxiety, oh, there's one more. When I don't have this baseline anxiety, I don't have the, you know, like, I handled every situation better. And so I really want to nip that in the bud. And I have a as needed medicine for anxiety, but it's really a Band-Aid. Like, it's not a underlying helping the serotonin or whatever. It's a Band-Aid. And so I had called the psychiatrist to see, like, how many of those can I take a day? Because they do work, but it's not, like, it can't capture the baseline stuff. Like, it's helping me get through the situations that are becoming elevated, but it's not helping. I mean, it's helping the baseline stuff a little bit. So anyway, we're changing the medicine, and I'm using ChatGPT, like I said last week, to kind of logically go through stuff, so I don't overthink it. So that's been good. I've used, you know, ChatGPT to kind of plan my days and stuff a little bit. But I am feeling better today. I'm not as anxious today. You know, it might be that like a lot of things got finished and jobs got out and projects got out, and yeah, sorry, I was thinking about a work thing, you know, talking about projects going out. You know, I'm a little slow at work. I'm kind of in between things. I'm kind of waiting on stuff. I have a bunch of stuff in construction, so that keeps me reasonably busy. I'm working on some department standards, so that's something else to work on. And then I'm having trouble like keeping my thoughts straight today. Maybe I am a little anxious. I'm not anxious, but I'm like, I don't know, maybe just in a weird state. So I'm sorry if this is kind of a weird WIP Chat. I have my notes. I'm trying to, you know, go by my notes, but I'm just, yeah, I don't know. Something's a little off. So sorry about that. Why does I don't know. I think I'm still in frame. Sorry if the camera is messing up. It is a different setting, and I'm not real sure if it was the right call. So we'll have to see when the video processes, unfortunately. So something kind of, I go on these walks, and I walk at work downtown. There's Big Spring Park, and it's these series of ponds, and they have water features and stuff and downtown. But this week they have, or at least the end of this week, they have giant rubber duckies in them, because it's the Conference USA basketball tournament is in Huntsville, and I don't really follow college basketball. Basketball's not a sport that I really have gotten into, and the March tournaments don't mean that much to me. So, like, I may fill out a bracket, you know, but I just pick the names I like or the schools I like, you know, like I don't go by seeds or who's projected to win or anything like that. Like, I don't want to plan to like win a bracket, but yeah, basketball's not but it's neat that I can't tell you what schools are in Conference USA, but it's neat that the tournament's in Huntsville. But kind of jumping around on topics, the ooh, come here, drill. Come here, drill. Where are you supposed to be? Maybe you're supposed to be right there. You know, the people were in from Lexington, and one of them was one of the directors of one of the departments, and he was looking at our monitors and like, you guys have small monitors. And I have one big monitor and one small monitor. I have one like 30 something inch and one big and one small monitor, but everybody else has these, you know, smaller for today monitors, you know, dual monitors, but smaller. And so they're like, so I'm going to Lexington in like the last week of March, the beginning week of April, the week of April 1st. So, so they were like, well, maybe we can convince IT to put some monitors in your car. I'm like, yeah, I don't mind, because I'll drive to Lexington. There's no sense in flying. And it's always fun to go to Lexington, because I lived there for 10 years. Lexington, Kentucky. And so, you know, I worked in that office for 10 years. So it's fun to go back, and they're on a different floor now. They've renovated, so it's different, but it's good to see old friends and stuff like that, and coworkers who I don't see very often. I haven't been traveling a ton, so, but it's good to see everybody. See my boss, see my boss's boss, things like that. Other work news, I got a bonus, and it came today, so that was exciting. It's not like a huge bonus, but it's a bonus nonetheless, and it definitely helps. So that was exciting. And what else? Is there anything else with work? Yeah, I'm just slow. I think things will pick up. There's a lot of projects in the pipeline, and some things will pick up with some of my projects too. Projects that I know are mine that could start back and all that. My workouts have been going well. I had a workout at 5:30 this morning. Been doing just body weight and ab workout, but just body weight, like lower body and ab workouts since surgery, since last week. And well, surgery was not last week, but the surgery was 5 weeks ago. But since last week, when I went back to personal training, and I've been so sore. It's amazing how sore you can get from just using your own body weight and doing squats and lunges and doing a lot of them because you're concentrating on them, you know, and doing the core. And like, my core is strong, but also not strong. Like, I can't do those things where you lay on your back and you like lift your legs up and move your legs and keep your legs low to the ground. Like, my back will not let me do that. So I don't know if it's because I sit all day. Like, I try to walk, I try to move, but I'm wondering if my lower back is too tight. Yeah, I'm not sure. A lot of it may just be like my anatomy. Like, I'm 5'6", but I can wear petite tops. Like, I'm mostly legs. So that's a lot of weight to push through, you know, for the rest of the body. Like, there's an imbalance. There's obviously an imbalance because I can't do it. But, like, there's also an imbalance in, like, just how I'm built. You know, I have decently muscular legs, and so they're heavy. they're heavy to pick up with just my abs and my core, if that makes sense at all. But it really strains, and it may be my hamstrings are tight, like all these things that may be causing this, but trying to figure out how to remedy some of that. You know, other than not sit all day. But I have a stand-up desk. Like, I could stand up. I even could work it out to where I could stand up at home, but I just haven't really wanted to. I could set the walking pad up at home and actually walk while I work, but you know, I just haven't. That seems like a lot. Now is not the time for that, I guess. So, it's fun to do the black outline on things like this. I don't do it first. I'm very systematic about what drills I do at what time, but it just happened to come up pretty early on. But PT's going well. I'm still in PT for my shoulder. Getting better at better. It gets sore though. I get sore and my shoulder gets sore. I have an elbow injury from overusing my other arm. It's like a tennis elbow thing. So the PT people were nice enough to give me some exercises for that, and I've been icing my elbow as long as I ice my, also when I ice my shoulder. So there's still a few movements and range of motion that I don't quite have. So next week we're gonna start back to, I'm gonna start back to like the exercise class I take on Monday nights and start back with weights with the personal trainer. Of course, we're going to start light. And physical therapy just said to be careful about overhead presses and stuff when I don't quite have that range of motion. You know, I need the range of motion before we can add the weight. So yeah, it's been interesting. I've had to work a little bit more on Fridays because I'm taking off work to go to PT, because of course PT is only during working hours, and or at least the PT I like, the place I like to go, they only work during normal working hours, so 8 to 5. So I have to take off the 2 hours of work, so I end up working 2 or 3 hours more on Fridays, which at least I have that option, because we normally just work half days on Fridays. So it's nice to have that. It's nice to have that option, to be able to work a little bit of extra time and have that workout. Got a manicure today. Green for St. Patty's Day. Green with glitter. I go to a place that's real close to my apartment, and they opened up. I don't know how long they've been open. Maybe a year. And They're like kind of the little bit like the superstore of Vietnamese nail salons, and they just have, I don't know, 30 manicurist chairs and 20 pedicure chairs, and it's just a big place. So I always get somebody different. I don't ever like schedule with one person, because I can't, like, I haven't found one person I'm like, oh, they're awesome. You know, they're all good. So I just go in when it's convenient and get whoever is available. But different ones speak English a little bit better than others. They call me Miss Berry. They been doing a giveaway forever. I wonder when the drawing is. I feel like I've entered this giveaway like 4 times. So we'll see when the giveaway is. I'm not sure. But it's a good place. They give you a free drink, and they have some teas that are pretty good, and some, you know, I just got water today. But yeah, it's always nice. I try to wait 3 weeks before I go get my nails done, but my nails grow fast. And I don't like the look of them grown out, you know. So, but I've had fun keeping my nails done off and on for a year or so. It just, they look nice when they're done, you know. I just like the way they look. And I do a very old school nail, you know, very thin, very short, square with rounded edges. Like, you see so many girls now with the pointed nails that are longer. I don't really like that style. I like my kind of old school square with round edges. A lot of people getting designs today, very intricate designs. They always ask, do I want a design? And I'm like, I don't think so. I don't know what design I'd get. I get sparkles instead. I get one of the colors that shimmers. I do the dip manicures, where it's the powder you dip your finger into. They put some sort of activator or glue or something on your nails, and it picks up the powder. It seems to do better on my nails than gel did. Gel really broke my nails down. And I guess because it's the powder and it kind of hardens around your nail. Like, these are my natural nails. Like, there's no tips. But it kind of like hardens your nail a little bit, I guess. Now, if they take it off, all the way off, the acetone and the drilling and everything, like, your nails are pretty thin. But my nails don't break as much between. Like, with the gel, my nails were just breaking. Like, even though I was getting gel put on back to gel, you know, the process of getting that off and the acetone involved was just causing my nails to break. And then there's nothing for the gel to hold on to. So Whereas the powder forms like a harder surface, kind of. I don't know the engineering behind it, but it is cool. Wally's dreaming. Wally, I'll give you a cat update. The cats are doing pretty well, but Wally has been my shadow all day. He's over beside me, curled up in a ball asleep. He has been just shadow kitty today, ever since I woke up this morning. I'm not sure what he wants. I think part of it is he wants more food. I think he's got some food in his bowl right now. No, it looks pretty empty. He doesn't get food again till 6, and it's 5:27, so it's coming pretty soon. He has an automatic feeder, you know. But I have I have one of those sandboxes that weighs the cats, and it looks like Wally's down a pound or 2 from last year, and it looks like Eva's up a pound or 2 from last year. So I'm so excited about that, because that was the whole reason to get the fancy RFID feeders and, you know, all that, and feed them different food and try to get the underweight one heavier and the overweight one lighter. So they have their annual exams with the mobile vet in a few weeks. So we'll see for sure when they get weighed. If they are, we'll see what they were last year and see what they are this year and see if they're going in the right direction. So but they're doing well. The cats are doing very well. No. Eva had the hiccups yesterday, which I thought was interesting. I've never seen a cat have hiccups. But it was definitely a, like, diaphragm, you know, whatever. Like, you could see her body shake. And she made little hiccup sounds. They didn't last real long. But, yeah, she must have had some air get trapped or something and it upset her diaphragm. I get hiccups a lot. Always have. That was something with my diaphragm. And I've had a hiatal hernia for a long time, and that probably helps matters. But been waking up early. Been waking up around 3. I don't really want to wake up around 3. I'd rather wake up now I want to wake up early, but I'd rather wake up around 4. I want that extra hour of sleep. And, yeah, and I don't want to go to bed. I mean, I guess I could go to bed an hour later, but I really just want the extra hour of sleep. Like, I want basically 8 hours of sleep instead of 7. So, but we'll see how next week goes and the weekend goes. It's always weird on the weekend when you wake up really early. It's like, but I diamond paint when I wake up early. Yep, I diamond paint. It's a good time in the morning to be quiet and diamond paint. But I didn't get, I mean, I guess I said I didn't diamond paint much this week. I did diamond paint a little bit. What did I diamond paint? I diamond painted, like last weekend, like last week I was working on home is where the magic is. And I got a few sections of that done last weekend, I think. And then I did the 2 Orlo animals. And then pulled this one back out. And I'm going to work on Mulan Little Warrior this weekend. So I don't know, I'm not getting quite a section a day. But, so I don't know if I'm going to finish. Home is where the magic is. But I want to kit up Springtime Splendor come April. So, and I don't want to have 2 of those kitted up at the same time. So, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens with that. I have, today's the Friday the 13th. So there's 17, 18 days left in the month. But some of those I'm traveling to Lexington. But I'm driving. I can take a bigger kit when I drive. It's just, well, you have time, we have space on the table to work on a bigger kit, you know, the table in the room. There's something weird about the spacing of these. Like, like that's supposed to be that way. This needs to go this way. And then, are we missing a drill maybe? There's something weird going on here. Maybe we're missing a drill. Yeah, I think we were missing a drill. It's hard to tell in the blacks, you know, where they start, but that looks better. That looks more correct. So this weekend I don't have very many plans. I'm kind of glad about that, you know, being so anxious and stuff like that. Sometimes I just need to be home and diamond painting and relax and not have to worry about, you know, my social anxiety or anything like that. And as my anxiety gets better, that gets better, I want to do more, you know, so. But for now, it'll be nice to have a weekend just kind of quiet. And then, so you know, my goals for the weekend will be to get some long walks in. I think the weather's going to be okay. I know it gets really, really cold next Monday. So I don't know what kind of storm system is coming through that's going to bring that and when that hits. Maybe Sunday? I don't know. I need to look at the weather, but... Oh. I need to look at the weather, but... Was it this? I have 2 little drills left in the... Yeah, it was that. So I'll have to look at the weather, but I hope to get some long walks in. It'd be nice to walk for about an hour both days. Or more. You know, get some long walks in. Those are good for everything. Good for everything. And, oh, one of the things that's been part of this anxiety, this baseline anxiety I've had, is my heart rate's been up. So, without doing much, I got my 150 active minutes this week without doing much. So that tells you my heart rate has been elevated. The active minutes on the Fitbit are when your heart rate is like in a certain range. you get the minutes or whatever, and then if your heart rate's in the like moderate range, and then if it's in the next range, which I forget what it's called, like you get double minutes. But I got my 150 minutes really easy by Thursday. And like just walking would get my heart rate up real high. Like just existing was getting my heart rate up. My resting heart rate's been high. Like anxiety's been manifesting in that way. So, and I did tell my doctor about that when I talked to my psychiatrist. And she said there's lots of things we can do with, if the current plan doesn't work. So we'll see. It always takes a few weeks when you change medication for your body to like hi Wally. Always takes a few weeks for your body to get back to doing. Hi Wally. Good morning. Oh, don't hit that. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, it takes a few weeks for your body to get back to kind of normal after you change the medication. So we'll give it a few weeks and see what happens. Maybe I'll feel better in a few weeks. And nothing's going on next week, really. I am, like I said earlier, I am starting back to the exercise class on Monday nights. So I may have to adapt a little bit, but that'll be fun. And then personal training, we're add the weights. So that'll be exciting. Exciting to add the weights back. And then, yeah, just a normal, pretty uneventful work week. I have a virtual review meeting. And so I can do other things while I listen in. But it'll give me something to charge to. It's always good to be billable as much as possible. But so next week's video that you'll get is my Disney stash. It was just so much fun to film that and get those kits out and look at them all. I got the idea from Tiffany at Diamonds at Tiffany's, and I did ask her, was it okay if I did my Disney stash? And she said, yes, yes. And so I tagged her in that video. And, go check out hers if you like mine. And, because she's doing, her and Kate at Diamonds Painting and Dr. Pepper are doing the Year of Disney. So they've been showing their Disney kits. I'm doing the Year of Architecture, but my Randall Spangler kits are taking a long time. So, I don't know if I'll get to any other buildings this year. I don't even know if I'll get through the 4 Randall Spangler seasonal houses. I don't know. I don't know. So sorry if this has been a weird ripping chat. I have felt a little off, but I'm not super anxious. today. Maybe I'm just tired from being anxious all week. So what I'm reading Fourth Wing. I'm about 26% through. It's pretty good. I like the narrator. I'm listening to it. I'm about fourth of the way through. It's pretty good. I think it's going to get better, you know, as it goes on. A lot of people like it a lot. And I think there's more books in the series, so there'll be more to read if I like it. But maybe I'll listen to that some this weekend. It's for Natalie. It's the book for Natalie. What is Natalie's channel? Diet Coke and Diamonds and Diet Coke. Diet Coke and something. Diet Coke and Diamonds? I don't know. Natalie's channel and Michaela Renee. I said that funny. Michaela Renee. They have a book club, and we're reading Fourth Wing. So it's been a good excuse to read Fourth Wing. So we'll have a little. They'll do a live video at the end of the month. So that'll be fun. And then what I'm watching, I've watched the Paralympics a little bit because it's fascinating. You know, all the different categories, and, you know, I was watching people ski with guides and downhill skiing with a guide. Like, can you imagine if they ski ahead of you and they tell you where to turn? Like, I can't imagine. Like, I can't ski normally, but being blind and having a guide, gosh. And then there was some of the different amputees. So, like, there was a woman with one leg who skied, and she had, like, skis on her pole, like, on her poles, kind of, on the bottom of her poles, if that makes sense. And then, you know, just different events and how they adapt and how they, you know, do so well. I mean, they're going fast, and it's just fascinating. Really, really fascinating. So, Peacock has the Paralympics. I think it ends this weekend. But it's been fun to watch. I'm glad they're televising it, you know. I'm glad they're streaming it. Guess it's not being televised, it's being streamed. But, so I'm watching that, and then looks like Zootopia 2 came to Disney Plus. So I'd like to watch that again. I watched it in the theaters. Trying to decide if I want to go see Hoppers in the theater. I don't know. Can't decide. Might go Sunday, might not. Can't wait for some movies to come out, but I think they're a ways away. And then I'll watch YouTube, and I don't know what else. YouTube. I always have plenty of YouTube to watch. I have enough creators that I follow that there's always something to watch. So how are you guys doing? If I didn't say that earlier, you can always let me know in the comments how you're doing. And I hope you're doing well. subscriber count keeps going up. So we'll see where it gets to. I always have to look and see if there's any more of that color that I, you know, have left to do. But hopefully you could see our section here today, and we got, I don't know what percentage done. I don't get very far on these WIP chats, but we got the black outline for sure, and some of the colors filled in. So I'll try to finish this section and take a picture tonight and put it on the thumbnail. And then that's about all I have for you today. So if you made it this far in the video, leave a rubber ducky emoji. I'm sure there's at least a duck, if not a rubber ducky. So in honor of the Conference USA tournament that is in Huntsville and the giant rubber duckies that are in the ponds downtown. I wonder what the rail ducks think of the giant rubber duckies. I'm guessing they don't think much of them. But do they have to like wade out there to put the rubber duckies in? Probably. And like strap them down. Like I'm sure they're like weighted. Or they're like, they have little weights on the bottom to keep them floating in one place. Because they don't seem to travel. Anyway, I'll let you guys go. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.